Hello, hello. Welcome to another Collector Fusion.
What's up?
How are y'all doing tonight?
Gone forever.
I know it's been a little while since you've been on here.
Yeah, it has.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
Huh.
It's nice to see you back in the
You
old
did such
house.
a great job with redoing your sales behind there. It's like it looks like you're still in the same place.
yeah, it's a little closer than it was at the other place.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, I mean, I pretty much like I'll give everybody a shake. Here, let me get the camera up.
Let me give you a full screen here.
So I've got my little area there for doing videos, and then I've got room over there. Get out of the way. And then
See, motion sickness.
there we go. And then I got more up there, and then there's more that you can't see that's over and stuff up behind. Stuff up behind the screen and back here and then there's still more stuff I got to do. So, but the bulk of it is around there, and then up above my safes I've got GI Joe, and then you can see the Valiant stuff. There's Solar right
Nice.
there, and then I got Rye and Magnus, all them. Anyway, I got my Valiants there.
All you need, well, I don't want you to get right now until you get the key, but if you get a chance, just you can send me your address, and I can get those arms for your Magnus.
Oh, nice. Yes. I need to get those arms so I can swap him out. So, yep.
You got the Duke in the house. Randy Butternubs. That's hilarious. Name.
Randy Butter Nubs. The Butter Nubs. Nubs of butter.
As you see, I feel like a lot of people like freaking out over the news, like on the main topic for the night.
Oh, I'm so happy.
I know, like.
We still got over a year to go.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. I'm just happy. So.
Oh. Quinn!
That better?
Yes?
Yeah.
Did you turn it off and on again?
I had to restart the whole damn computer. I don't know what the hell was going on.
I figured that's part of what it was.
Yep. Jared, it was JB eating up all the damn bandwidth.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Matt, how you doing?
Oh, not too shabby.
I see you got your room assembled.
For the most part. There's a little bit here and there. So still got to be worked on, but yes, for the most part.
It's like you never moved.
It is. I mean, it's set up pretty similar. So, I was like, you know what? It worked the last time. Let's just kind of, and then with the way the room's set up and everything, and I'm just dealing with a smaller room than I was before.
Mm-hmm.
The walls are closing in.
And Duke's out there. What's up, Duke? Duke's been in my man cave. So.
Oh, is that what you're calling it now?
That's what we're
man
calling.
cave.
Duke's actually.
He's been spelunking in there.
Well, I need to make some space here on the counters because I just got Cat Slayer in. So I need to rearrange everything. I'm going to put that out here on the counter, and I'm going to bring out my Matty Collector Castle Grayskull, put that out for display.
Nice.
Oh, wow, I totally forgot that was happening. McFarlane is getting turtles.
Yep,
You did the turtle.
he didn't wait long to
I thought
reveal.
renders for that. That and the Mortal Kombat, which, I mean, he's had the Mortal Kombat license before.
Yeah.
Or had, or still has, or never lost or whatever, but now he's
But
focusing more on that now and the turtle stuff.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. And turtles are 5 inches. They're 5 inches, they're not 7.
yeah, they're page punchers, the 5-inch
Yeah.
IDW style. Which is the Turtles license is broke up so much. That's probably all he could do, because NECA's got the cartoon stuff. Super 7's got the action figures.
Do we know for a fact an official release of whether he lost the license or Mattel just outbid him?
I would. It could be both.
From what I heard,
Could it be because, much like they did with Masters of the Universe, they licensed it out to Super 7, but when a new property came up on the Netflix animated series, they pulled it back from Super 7. So now that James Gunn is helming all the DC stuff, and we got Superman coming out this year, could it be that Mattel opted in to buy into the license and outbid McFarlane?
Well, it's not even just outbid McFarlane. They updated the press release on it, and they're getting a global license now. So that means Super 7's losing their license too.
Or which
Not
one?
Super 7. Not Super 7. I'm sorry. Spin Master.
Master.
Spin Master's losing the kids' license as well.
Yeah.
So
There's got to be a reason why. I mean, I'm sure it all boils down to all the new movies and stuff coming out. You know?
I think Todd kind of soured the market too a little bit, where he overproduced those first few waves, first few years. He covered up the retail stores with his product so much where every store was having to clearance their stuff out.
Yeah.
Like, you can only sell so many of the same character.
That, and also too, like I was mentioning before we started here, about how he did a lot of characters or variants of characters we didn't really want at the start, especially.
But he wouldn't do their iconic roles. When you're starting out with DC lines, give us the big 7, the Justice League 7, and their iconic looks to start out the gate. But no, we got Superman and Batman, Batman, a Batman variant of all of the Justice League.
Because it took how many years for us to get Wonder Woman and Classic Flash? 3 years.
3 years to get Wonder
3
Woman.
years for him to finally give us those.
4
Very
And he had that weird interview with Shardamus about he thinks giving little boys female action figures causes sociopaths.
determined to stereotype. Yeah.
I will say this: since the news broke, I've had more people coming in today and calling for DC figures because they want to pick up what they can while they can.
Well, it's still going to be.
I mean, I ain't going to complain because that helps me clear out old
That's
merchandise.
great for you, but they're still going to be DC figures. It's going to be made by Mattel.
Yeah, but see, these are the people that have already invested into the 7-inch, so they want to try and fill out the line from the figures that they didn't pick up, that the ones that they wanted to wait to go on clearance, which never did. So
It took a little bit of effort, but I managed to not buy the Max Fleischer Superman. It was at my GameStop, and it looked pretty good. But
Dude's got a good question for all of us.
Ooh, most rare toy you have.
I have 2 of them. I've got the
They're both
NECA.
McFarlane.
No, I've got the NECA Bob Ross figure, but I'm going to sell that one tomorrow. I'm taking some stuff to a toy store to sell a couple things, including my McFarlane. So I'm getting rid of all that, Matt. And I got this thing, which has never been opened, the retro card back J. Jonah Jameson. That's all I've got.
Why didn't you open it?
Those 2 things, all I've got.
Signed by Peter Cole and sealed G1 Optimus Prime.
I knew he was going to do that too. That's a good choice, though. By the way, that's a good fucking choice.
Yeah.
I knew that's what you were going to say. I knew it.
It's in camera frame right now. It's right there.
Most rare? My most rare is my completely all new, all original CE edition Mecha Hulk.
There you go.
There's only
One of one.
entire world.
yeah,
And it's fucking beautiful. I got him up there with my ultimate Avengers. I don't know. I just feel like he looks good. I feel like he works with the Ultimate Avengers. I don't know why, but I mean, like original rare, like I'm trying to think if I've got any of the like extra rare 3 3/4 inch. I don't think so. I don't have any particularly. I mean, nowadays I've got the Star Wars Vintage Collection Cara Dune, which has become very rare because they had put out the Black Series first, before the Vintage Collection version. So the Black Series version had been out for over a year before the Vintage Collection version came out. It was the Vintage Collection version that was actively getting made and manufactured when she got fired, and so they stopped production on it. Now the one I've got is the Carbonite edition, which I like better. A lot of people don't like the Carbonite edition ones, basically where they just take anything that could be metal on the figure and give it like a shine, is essentially what it is. I like that figure better, and that one was made, there was even fewer of those made. I don't know what this thing's worth now, and granted, it's only a handful of years old now, because that shit didn't happen. That one's probably going to be pretty rare. I actually still have that one in the package. I don't know about rare, though. Like, I mean, I don't know.
I don't have anything rare. I've got stuff that's expensive. I mean, I've got this too, but it's not rare. I've still got my Final Battle Toy Biz Green Goblin from the first movie. But
oh, that's nice, dude.
Yeah.
But I just saw one of those today. It was out of the package, but I just saw one.
This is mint in box. I've never opened it, so I mean, I've got stuff that's expensive but not really rare.
Oh, I do have with my GI Joes. I've got my, was it Galoob? I can't remember if it was Galoob or LJN or who did it. But like, remember back in the day, there was I think it was the same company that did and they're 6-inch figures. But I think it was the same company that did the A-Team figures. I don't remember who it was. The Rambo figure. I got my Rambo action figure, and he's like the same height. He's proportions are all wonky, but he's the same height as all my G.I. Joe classified stuff. I don't know how rare he is, but he's in great shape.
So if we're counting everything, my Jaina Solo lightsaber is from a limited run. It was one of, I don't remember if it was 100 or if it was 75, but it's rare in that sense. Figures, I have Jaina Solo again in Black Series, and she was kind of expensive. And I have Commander Doom in the 3 3/4 size. Both of those are, I don't know how rare they are, but they're definitely less common.
Alpha Proto says, for me, it's the sealed TRU Force Designer Series Mega Man X color variant, gray Mega Man only, one on eBay.
Whenever we get to showing off what we've picked up, I need y'all's help on something, trying to identify something. Maybe somebody in the chat can.
AK's and Duke Nukem. I haven't seen one of those in a long time. Freedom Force Rambo says
Coleco. I think that's what it is. Coleco.
I only got one thing that got delivered this week, but I didn't bring it downstairs because the box is freaking huge. I ended up getting the animated series reissue of the Batwing, and the box is 4 feet long.
Yeah.
So I was like, went out to the sidewalk and seen it leaning up against the fence. Like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, it's a big boy.
That's why I passed on originally, but hey, you never know. That is by DC Direct, so Todd could end up keeping the DC Direct stuff. Yeah, because that's a different thing altogether.
As long as you keep saying 6-inch vehicles, that's all right.
But he could end up be doing the DC icons, like the DC Direct stuff. Be cool if he bring back like DC icons, the actual 6-inch line they run to. I would love to see.
Never do that though.
No,
I mean,
I could see them doing like the DC Essentials where they were 7-inch. That's his thing. He likes 7-inch scale. Yeah, Mattel got the full thing, and they got the global license, but we don't. And the global license retail, but DC Direct used to be a comic book shop style exclusive thing like Diamond Select. But he gave them access to the factories and molds, so they reintegrated the DC license back into a global license. It was when Mattel lost the first time, they broke up the master license where Spin Master got part of it and McFarlane. So now it's back being the global license again.
What I'm curious about is McFarlane said he was going to release all that unreleased DC Direct stuff, the 6-inch stuff, the essentials. Mm-hmm. Is that even going to happen this year then?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Or I think last year, is he just going to be like, that's it, whatever?
I think he'll release everything he has planned up to this year until June when Mattel gets the license.
Would love to get the DC icons, Etricon the Demon, Jim Bailey Catwoman.
Doesn't take over until actually 2026.
Right.
Oh, I know, June of next year. I meant to say.
But he's got a year and a half basically.
Yes.
Well, yeah, but he's also got about an 18-month lead time too on anything he's putting out. So more than likely, anything that he's got planned already is the only stuff he's going to be able to put out. It's the only stuff he's going to have time to put out in the next 18 months. So, and it's not even really 18 months because it's June 26th. So yeah, it's like 15 months is what he's got before.
Just in time for San Diego Comic-Con. So, I mean, Mattel will probably launch big in July of that year.
Yep.
Yep.
These are the icon figures that we were talking about. The didn't get released. Yep. Etricon the Demon. That is just an amazing looking figure.
I wanted that. I was so disappointed when they canceled the line.
Same. They were doing such improvements. Mm-hmm. Then they canceled it and went to the Essentials, which was a downgrade. I'm not saying the Essentials were bad figures, but you got less accessories, less unique sculpts. They were bigger figures, but you had look back here. We get multiple sets of hands, different accessories. We want to get this Jim Bailey Catwoman, Booster Gold, and Blue Beetle 2-pack. And they were creeping up size too. They were starting to get closer to Marvel Legends scale. When they started out, they were true 6-inch scale figures, so they were kind of small. But they started creeping up in size. But what kind of worked out too, though. But all the females actually still scaled with DC UC figures, because they basically had all the figures be similar heights. So the females being 6 inches tall worked out great. Because like most people don't realize, the DC Marvel Legends and DC UC are not true 6-inch figures. They're like between 6.25 to 6.5 inch scale figures. But I would have loved to have this Etricon. That is so badass. This is, and if you look at this thing, it's got this would have been like 2015 articulation. These figures had articulation, what they call like the advanced articulation on Marvel Legends now. You got the upside down, the amp crunch, the diaphragm up top, bicep swivel, double joint. The only thing they didn't have was the thigh swivels. They would have put thigh swivels on these things. They would have been the perfect figures.
I really dig that Deadshot.
Yeah, they were, and we didn't get it. They didn't get rid of it.
That could have been.
Yep.
Hopefully, still will be. Since he's roughly got within about a year. Hopefully, we can have some of these out. But I'm not going to hold my breath. He might be saying, you know what? Let's just stick with multiverse, cancel the rest of it.
Yeah. Look at this. Captain Marvel Shazam.
Looks good.
That Sinestro looks really good.
Yep.
I like that design, but I'm partial to the blue costume. Classic blue costume.
Who? What?
For Sinestro?
Oh, okay.
The classic blue costume is what he's talking about.
Gotcha. Yeah.
If I would have continued, we probably would have gotten a blue Sinestro.
No, yeah.
I mean, because it's enough repaint.
Yeah, I wish they could have finished this out. Because the Supergirl was fantastic. Nightwing got this line. When people were like drooling over the Mafex, like Nightwing is like, I already have the icons. I don't need. They're the same size figure.
You could say that these were technically early Mafex. Not Mafex exactly, but what Mafex started out to be probably.
Oh yeah. They're
Does anybody recognize this 3 3/4 inch figure?
Oh, he looks very familiar.
He does.
He does?
What year?
I have no idea. He's not marked or anything. He's 5 POA, except he also has elbows, so 7 POA. Obviously, I'm guessing 80s, screw in the back.
Oh, with jointed elbows? That can't be 80s.
Yeah, with jointed elbows.
How tall?
Straight leg, 3 3/4. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, I have no clue.
I got this. There's a. I'm sorry, Quinn. I've been cheating on you. There's a toy shop up here. I know. Well, you know I'm going to find the closest toy shop.
Well, I forgive you. You moved halfway across the country. I mean,
I know.
it's understandable. I'll let
But
it.
there's actually a toy shop in this little town of 9,000 people that I live in now. And so I've gone up there, and he just gave me this for free. He's like, "Look, I don't know what it is." He's like, "But you said you collect 3 3/4 inch."
Does it have a year on it? Usually the year is on the bottom of the foot.
No, there's nothing on the feet, man. I don't know if you can see. There's nothing on the feet. So
what you can do, you can take a picture of it and use Google reverse image search.
Yeah, I don't know. He's cool looking. I don't know what he is. I'm gonna put him on my Star Wars shelf as like a, I don't know, a cantina dude, but he's got kind of like Viking helmet or something. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what he is. It's a cool looking little figure, especially for me with, I love this older vintage stuff. I just can't figure out what he is. So
He looks super familiar, like a cartoon that I would have watched,
yeah, I was
20 years ago.
I'm like, first I thought Clash of the Titans. I was like, no, there's no character that looks like that in Clash of the Titans, because I know they had a 3 3/4 inch action figure line, but it's not that. I don't know. But I got him for free, so that was cool. I'm just gonna show off my shit so we can talk about Mattel here real quick. I don't give a rat's ass about Harry Potter. However, there was a vintage shop selling this for $10. How many Centaur action figures are there on the market? Not many. And I was like, you know what? For $10, still in package, it's Mattel. I think I looked it up online. It sells for like 30, so they were selling it pretty cheap for what it is. But I mean, I don't really care. And his articulation doesn't look great. But for $10,
Good on shelf.
why not? For $10, I don't have any other Centaur action figures. I mean, I know there's a couple of them that have been released, but there's not a lot of Centaur action figures out there. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna get one.
Not bad price.
Yeah, $10. Picked up this dude. I don't know if this dude, I'm assuming DC Direct of some flavor. I don't know what, but it's the glow-in-the-dark Hal Jordan Spectre.
Oh, nice.
With a cloth goods cape, wired cloth goods cape. Very limited articulation. But
I really liked the storyline with having Hal as the Spectre.
yeah,
They undid basically everything that happened post-crisis, put everything back to square one, and Hal Jordan back as Green Lantern, Barry Allen back as Flash. It was great. And then they tried to explain why Hal Jordan went crazy because the Parallax entity drove him mad. It's like, no, he went in the mat. Just don't ruin things. And it was a great storyline. He was broken. He and his dad, him sacrificing himself to restart the sun, was his redemption arc. And he was doing penance as the Spectre, which was great. He was a great Spectre.
do you think this one will actually glow in the dark, or is it like Todd's?
I guarantee that will glow.
No. Oh, we'll see. Oh, I picked up the DCUC Creeper.
Nice.
Yeah,
Like that. Great.
he's one of the very few DCUC figures that had double jointed elbows and knees.
Yeah. It's a good looking figure. They used a great sculpt on him too, to be in the kind of gangly, longer, thinner sculpt. Picked up, because I don't have him yet for my Justice League shelf, picked up a good classic Aquaman, DCUC.
Nice.
Got that. Also, nice classic Cyborg.
Booyah.
And he came with the extras, so the extra hands and stuff.
Oh, nice.
Got that.
I forget which one. Certain ones are exclusive to have the different accessories. I forget.
Yeah, I don't know. He comes with the gun accessory, claw, and then he's just got another fist there. So I don't know which one.
I forget. I think that one actually was an exclusive somewhere to have all that.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. $20.
Store exclusive. I mean, like that.
Yeah. All these DCUC were between $15 and $20. So
Nice.
and
It's a great sculpt too.
Yeah, it's a beautiful sculpt, and I love that classic look for Cyborg. So
It's one of the figures I regret them never doing in DCUC. Hal Jordan's Parallax.
yeah,
Great.
As that.
love this figure. Looks awesome. And then the pièce de resistance of my pickups for the last couple weeks is my it's in DCUC, but it basically is the DC superheroes steel. Phenomenal looking figure. He would be perfect if he had better articulation and was just a little bit taller.
Yeah.
But I love the color scheme on him. I love the shine on his
You got the back
shield.
chrome on the S shield.
Yeah. Beautiful figure, man.
And to answer Dick's question here, without a doubt, the '90s Flash TV series.
Oh, Flash was the Captain America movie is something you enjoy out of irony and just because it's so goofy. The '90s Flash TV series was really good, like legitimately a well put together, well acted, well written story. The special effects, especially for what 92, I think, were fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
It looked great.
The thing that hurt that show, it wasn't well done or popular.
Kept moving it.
CBS kept fucking moving it.
Yeah.
That anything ran late, that was the show they would cancel.
Mhm.
They'd bump it.
Okay, so the Flash series was also responsible for one of the best characters in the CW Flash later on. So,
The Mark Hamill, or no?
John Wesley shit.
Yeah.
And the Flash series came out in 1990, so a year after the Batman movie.
Okay.
So a year
And
after
the theme of
I have
that series, you could totally see that Flash existing in the same universe as Michael Keaton Batman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the theme song for that show was done by Danny Elfman, who did the music, or the instrumental music, I should say, for the Batman movie.
And still the best Flash costume ever be seen on screen.
Oh yeah, dude. It was
Costume back in the day cost $25,000 to make.
Dude, and even just down to the aesthetics of Central City in that show were just beautifully well done.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything on that show was done fantastic.
You
The
say
CW
that cost $20,000, Quinn?
That costume cost $25,000 back in the day, and it was so hard to get him in and out of that costume, and obviously he was going to overheat. They made it with a hollow core, so there was a little like a hose nozzle on his ankle, and they would pump cold water through the costume to keep him cool.
Kind of like a modern race suits.
Something like that. That costume, I would give me that costume today as opposed to what we got in the Justice League movie a few years ago. Garbage. This old costume, still relevant to this day and looks so much more like the Flash. The only difference is the boots were red in that for that show. They should have been yellow. But other than that, that's the only complaint I had about that outfit. Other than that, it looked great.
Yep, Matt, you've got a McDonald's Happy Meal toy, is what that is.
Oh, that's what it is?
Saban's Mystic Knights of Fire.
Mystic Knights.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. I don't know, like, all I know is it works perfectly with my
That's a McDonald's toy?
Yes,
It's a good McDonald's toy, dude. 7 POA, 3 3/4 inch. That's a good McDonald's toy.
Well, back in the 90s, they were still making decent toys in the 90s for McDonald's and all the fast food restaurants. I know because I used to collect a lot of them.
I love, when I was a kid, I love those little, even though they weren't motorized, the little mini stompers.
Mm-hmm.
I love those things.
Yeah, but nowadays you don't get decent stuff in that. And same thing with the cereals. Cereal, you used to get a cool little toy, nothing major, but it was a cool little toy. Now you don't even get toys in the cereal anymore. Which
you don't even get to the little submarines where you put baking soda in them and make them like
that. And a dolphin. They had both those back in the day, and I had both, and I love those damn things. Simple toys,
Matt, Jared, Quinn, Sith, I want you guys to tell me one figure you suggest I get, because I'm going to be taking this stuff to a toy store tomorrow, and they usually have almost everything you want from the 80s toys all the way up. So I want y'all to tell me one figure you think I should try to look for when I go there tomorrow.
What?
Okay.
Brand?
Let me go first. JB, you need to get a real doll. There you go. A real doll.
A real doll.
Here's the thing. No,
ask him for a 1/1 scale real doll. Just ask him that.
Ooh, describe stuff.
I would say look for something.
He knows what that is, by the way.
I would say look for something DC Mafex. Because now that you're doing 6-inch scale, you're doing 6-inch scale with the DCUC and all that stuff. The Mafex stuff works really well into all that. And they haven't produced a lot of DC figures, but the ones they have are fantastic. Like that, because I've gotten, let's see, what I picked up, because from Quinn, I picked up Steel. I've got Steel, and I've got the Batman figure that I picked up here a few months ago from you. They're fantastic, and they work beautifully with a 6-inch scale collection.
Oh, I've got a Mafex right here. If y'all want me to show off the stuff, I can show you what Mafex I got this week.
No,
you're recommending you toys.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying I've got a Mafex right here from this week.
You're the only one not allowed to show their haul this week, so.
Yeah.
You gotta wait till I'll answer your question for you.
Yeah, go ahead. Matt answered, Quinn answered, Jared, you answered, and then Sith, you answered.
I have not answered.
Okay. You're not answering.
See, he never listened. That's how much he listens.
You said
people have answered your question.
JB wants to
think we all have.
Okay.
Moderator, please. Moderator. Someone. Anyone. Moderator.
I'm gonna try to look for some G.I. Joe. I want to try to get in the Motu cartoon collection. I'm trying to get into that, maybe get a few of those. So I got 1 or 2 of them on the way here that I ordered.
Cartoon collection, Man at Arms. Look for that one. That one's a hard one to get.
I got the main Origins first Man at Arms, but I'm looking for the cartoon collection is what I'm trying to get now.
Cartoon collection is a hard one to get.
Yeah, it is.
Just told me before I moved I had him. I would have sent him to you.
Because the only one I have,
I got it off of you, Matt. It's in my showcase. It's
the only one I have right now is Skeletor. He's the only one that I got. And this is a phenomenal 6-inch figure right here. The Skeletor is.
Matt had both the He-Man and the Man at Arms.
The He-Man, the Man at Arms, the Skeletor, Tila,
Beastman.
I didn't know that. I would have bought those off you, Matt, if I knew.
Well, I have them now. What, you don't want to buy them off me?
I can?
Because I'm white, right? I see how it is. Racist.
All right, I'll tell you one that'd be good for your DC collection.
All right.
DC Signature Series for the subscription service figures. Uncle Sam.
Oh,
okay. Because I've got one. I've only got. Which one do I got? Let me look. I got them over here.
I just looked over there at my Justice Society shelf. It's like he's my centerpiece, holding American. It's a shame they didn't give him American flag.
The only one right now I've got from the Signature collection is Wally West.
And that's a great piece.
That one was a mail away. Not a mail away. I'm sorry. It was part of the subscription for DC Signature Series.
Yep.
Yeah, he's the only one I've got right now of the signature series.
That's the only Wally West they ever released as part of that line was from the subscription series. When they rebranded it to Multiverse, they did the Rebirth Wally West, but he's a little bigger.
Yeah.
And
I just like this figure. I like how it's metallic and everything.
It's more Kid Flash Wally.
Yeah.
That signature series they did really good with Poison Ivy. That was a damn good figure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you can't get the Poison Ivy from the signature series, the Bayfix Poison Ivy, similar style, but a little better sculpt and better articulation.
I know Matt reviewed the.
Let me rephrase that. A lot better sculpt, a lot better articulation. But
I know because
she's probably actually cheaper than the signature series one.
She's on sale on Big Bad, I believe, right now. She should be on sale if I remember. But I've got a few Mayfix DC figures. I got mainly Hush Batman, Hush Superman, and Hush Red Arrow. Not Red Arrow. Hush himself. I've got those three of DC mainly. Is all I've got so far of DC.
AK is like just buy the G2 Construction Mixmaster in orange, just Mixmaster.
Or DC Universe Classics Etrigan. That's a damn good figure.
Yes.
I almost picked him up today. They had him at the shop I was at today. And I almost picked him up, but I wanted these other ones. And these other ones that I picked up the Aquaman and Cyborg today instead.
Yeah, since that DC got released, the Universe Classics, man, definitely a really good Etrigan. I love it.
It's a shame Mattel didn't utilize that buck more. Because that's the body with give them new lower legs. They should have used that body, new lower legs, new forearms, and used that for Atrocitus.
Yep.
Instead of putting him on a standard body. They made Atrocitus way too small.
Yeah, no, I agree. I had that DC signature line, and I mean, some of it I sold off, some of it I still have. Yeah, they dropped the ball on that one.
Yeah, it made no sense. And plus, when they did like what the robot soldier guy, what's the name? I can't remember his name, but they used the wrong one. The original, the one they used is like a troop builder, and he should have been the size of a regular figure. They used a modern figure and made him too big. If they did the classic design when he's a one person character, he was a bigger character, so they screwed up the scale on that. But DCUC is a great line, but it is not perfect. They made goof ups like any line does. Like they even admit Big Bardo was a mistake. She was supposed to be bigger, and the factory scaled her down because they thought it was a mistake.
Yeah.
She was supposed to be like a head taller than the other figures.
The Metal Men were pretty good. They were hard to get.
The only Metal Man figure I'm not real crazy about is Lead. I think putting him on the dark side body was. I understand what they were doing because he's later depictions have Lead being big and bulky, but he's not that tall.
Mm-hmm.
They should have, if they're going to use the dark side body, should have used the DC superheroes body or actually what they should have done when later on when they start using the Motu bodies, Lead should have been on one of those.
Yeah.
So JB, my suggestion is not necessarily a specific character, but look for the weird, wacky stuff. It's not always expensive, but that $10 or $15 figure that just has been sitting there and sitting there and sitting there. Take a chance, buy it.
I got these two for $15. I got these two for $15 a while back. Both Earthworm Jim and Beef Boss from Fortnite. I got these two for $15.
I like that Beef Boss.
Oh, I like it too.
A lot of customs with that Beef Boss. That mainly because of Robo. Jesus Christ, man.
He's made Beef Boss.
The one I've been wanting to pick up is the DCUC, the Red Hood, that signature series Red Hood.
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't know the storyline where Red Hood is a big bulky dude with like what is that picture on his chest? Y'all know which one I'm talking about? He's in the white and black costume.
The dog penis head one.
Yeah, exactly. It's a cool looking figure, and he does. He looks like he's got a red rocket coming out of his neck, but it's a cool looking figure. I just don't know that storyline at all. Like, what is that storyline?
He was posing as another crime fighting vigilante with his own sidekick, like Robin-ish sidekick.
Oh, okay. And that's supposed to be Joker?
Afterwards, no, that is Tim Drake. Not Tim Drake, Jason Todd.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, that's... Okay. That makes sense.
Cool. After that storyline, for a little while, he wore like a combination of his biker and that costume. He wore the leather jacket, but he wore a red hood, like helmet stuff, the more traditional red hood. So he still had the emblem and the costume, but he wore the jacket and the helmet.
Now I know what you're talking about. I thought you earlier you said Red Arrow. I was like, Red Arrow? But Red Hood, yeah, now I know what you're talking about.
No, there is a Red Arrow, which is...
Arsenal.
Which
Arsenal
is they called him actually Red Arrow in the NDCUC. That's what it used to be called before it was like Arsenal.
Yeah, but you're talking about that weird Red Hood with the cape and
the
black cape.
Okay,
with the red pistols with no trigger fingers. So I actually took a knife and cut the fingers where you can actually hold the pistol.
I've had to do that so many times for figures. Not even funny. Star Wars black figures, they got two pistols. One has a grip hand, but no slit there. So I'm like, I'll just take a straight edge and just trim it out a little bit so there's a gap so the trigger finger will fit.
Very much true, Alfredo.
Yep. Actually, Rope was the reason I like Beef Boss so much, just because of the little toy skits he does with those damn things. So I've taken some of those bigger. Actually, you know what? I'll grab it over a second.
Listen here, mother effer.
Oh, beef balls.
Here's some of the customs I've made. I made a superhero Beef Boss. You know, he's got the boots, he's got the little emblem there, and then one of the other Fortnite characters. Basically, and I scrambled out the boots and stuff and put them on there. So you got some fast food henchmen. So, yeah, he got me started on these things.
Matt's looking like we're over making him hungry because we're showing off hamburgers.
No, I'm. It's not hunger. I'm just like what I told y'all before the chat. I'm still a little.
So is that all you got, JB?
Do what?
That's all you got, JB?
No, I got stuff right here. If I'm allowed to show it, I'll show off the head swap.
We all answer your questions. It's time to do it now.
Yeah. So this is the head swap I did. Y'all can tell me if you think I need to get a better head. I've got another figure in mind to get for this body, but this is the one I went with. The Sharon Carter hair down head sculpt for Invisible Woman.
That's not bad.
Good. Yeah.
Yep, I've seen quite a few people do that, and it's such an improvement.
I think it looks more like the actress who's playing Invisible Woman in the new movie, in a way. Like
Just
a little
so
bit
you know,
like
the Simpsons did it first.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like Renee Zellweger anymore.
Yeah. The other option I had was the other option. The other head option I had was to use Moonstone, but acetone off the white paint off of her face and make that an Invisible Woman head. That was the other option I had.
That one you got right there is better.
I actually went with a short-haired Sue Storm.
Redhead.
You know,
her hair's coming off orange on camera. It's not orange.
Yeah, that's the Kitty Pryde from Into Apocalypse.
Yeah. I don't know why her hair is looking orange here, but
I use the Walgreens head with the hair that came with this figure.
Oh, nice. Here's my custom, guys.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do.
And yours is the best, Quinn.
I mean, the sculpt here. Let me. Hopefully, you guys can see it. The sculpt and design on this, just man, it really pops.
Beautiful.
You guys,
I use that awful Walgreens head to do a slutty Sue Storm.
Oh,
What about the bondage gear one?
No, that's not the Walgreens head.
oh, for sure.
Or whatever. I don't. What head is that? That awful head.
From the black The
That's
blue
the
and
big-
white
Here
one.
you go. Whatever that one is, I can't remember. I was like, well, this body, we need something to make the head better.
It's almost like a malice.
Yeah,
Now it's a butterface. So
So what
I
head
can,
would-
I can attest we all like better head. Yep.
What
That's
head would
Age
y'all-
of Apocalypse Shadowcat.
So what head sculpt would y'all use for Mr. Fantastic? I'm trying to find a figure that would be a good replacement for him.
Pedro Pascal, Mandalorian figure.
If I want the movie, I'm talking about for a comic.
there's
Mr.
mine.
Fantastic.
What the hell is that, Matt?
I came up with my own version, not the
It looks like
maker
the mask
of,
with
a-
hair.
of an evil Reed Richards.
That basically
Look at
looks
those
like
fingers,
if Reed Richards got the hold of the mask. Like
He's-
Jim Carrey.
It's a silver guy green.
It's what is that one? It's one of the Joker head sculpts from Mattel that I repainted.
Oh,
and-
Just
that's
one
Death in
black
the Family.
with the face mask, his skin peeled off his face.
Yeah, Death in the Family.
And I was like, oh, that'd make a sick, like messed up Reed Richards
Somebody-
jacked up.
Preston Garvey's got a $2 super chat.
He wants everybody ceiling fans.
My downstairs has just a little over 7 foot ceilings, so I can't
don't have
one.
No ceiling fan here. Just a light.
I got a fan on a desk. It's
Yeah.
nowhere
No
near the
ceiling
ceiling
fan
though.
That's my
I got-
other channel inside joke, by the way.
But I got some stuff. Probably 4 things really is all I got. So
is
I got
that
this.
for Matt's OnlyFans channel?
Yeah.
I got this Jey Uso. My wife got it for me.
Hey, he's not half naked.
No, he's not. He's wearing pants.
That's
Then I
unfortunate.
got
Now. But
Then I
not
got
before the
the-
chat started.
I got on sale the Target exclusive Vader figure, Ultimate Edition.
That's not Star Wars.
That doesn't look like Darth Vader.
That ain't Vader, man.
No. I think you got one of them Mexican Vader figures.
That looks like overweight, middle-aged fat man in a bondage outfit.
It's Vader. And then for stuff Vader time. Jen said it, Vader time. For
I think
reviews that
you
are
need to
coming
go back and
this week-
rewatch Star Wars, sir,
No.
because you don't know what that's. No. I don't
Then I
remember
got this
that
this
costume.
week.
Maybe that was when him and Padme were getting freaky in the sheets.
So, we'll never see it now that the original actor, all the actors who played the Darth Vader's passed away, and Big Van Vader's passed away. We should have had a cage match before they all died.
Yeah. So I got the Secret Wars Captain
It
America.
could, look, on the Darth Vader could have had a tag team because multiple people played it.
Picked
Yeah.
this up from GameStop I only had to pay $17 for it.
Nice.
That's
So
nice.
Yeah, I paid $17 for
Nice.
that. And then the Mayfex I
Hold
got.
on, Jiggy. I'm sorry, guys, but it's that time of the night again. I
You
appreciate
don't want to see what I got, Quinn?
Hey, I tried to on the rewind, guys. I mean, come on. What you got, JB? Is not, my
I only
my
have one more
go
thing.
on if I don't see it. So, but I will watch it later on when I get home.
Oh.
But until next time, guys.
See you, Quinn.
I have one more thing, and he decided to bounce.
Well, this is
Oh, I know. It's the close.
this is what he was going through in his mind.
You seem kind of psyched.
No, I'm bummed.
And the last thing we were talking about Mayfex earlier, I got this in for I paid like $60. The Terminator from the
Nice.
first movie.
Nice.
So that's all I've got this week. Like I said, I'm gonna have a whole lot more stuff next week whenever I come back from our trip that we're taking.
Nice.
Yeah,
I got
would have been nice if
Spider-Man Unlimited.
it came with the unmasked head as the 20th anniversary too. So
I picked up an extra Spider-Man Unlimited, so I don't know what I'm going to do with it just yet, but I got it. I only got one DCUC this week, and that's Jim,
I
son
mean,
of Saturn.
totally outrageous.
He's cool, man. And
mean-
unlike JB's wrestling figures this week, he's half naked. So
Actually, said I
I
was
did-
going to say, if you didn't want that Spider-Man, I'll take it.
you'll
Yeah.
take it.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Oh, yeah. If you'll, I'll also get my PayPal afterward. We can do all that.
Alright.
That's fine. I did get the Wolverine. Got him at GameStop.
Nice.
Got Imperial Commando. Got Super Battle Droid.
Nice.
And I've been picking up a few of these Dragon Ball figures. So I got the Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. So,
Yeah, the Dragon Stars, some of them were really nice.
so they're $20. This one was 25, and it comes with the backstop and the effects and all that. It's just, I mean, I wish they were a little bit bigger, but they're fine.
The Dragon Stars, like the perfect sale, it's so much better than the SH Figure Arts one. The SH Figure one is tiny, and he's the wrong color. I know it's based off the comic book color, the manga colors,
Mhm.
but he's friggin' tiny.
I have the perfect sale, and I have the Frieza over there already.
I got the Dragon Star one too. It's a lot better figure.
And then I got 2 lightsabers in. This one is Anakin Solo, and this is Ben Skywalker.
Nice.
Now have all of the Skywalker and Solo children lightsabers. They're all empty except for Jaina's right now, but
Jen has a really good question. I didn't think about during the move. Did you find anything on your shelves?
You know, I found a couple of when I moved the shelves. I found a couple of guns from GI Joe Classified and stuff that had kind of fallen, but nothing major. Nothing crazy. It was mostly like a couple of little things here and there.
Witchcraft.
Well, and these shelves, I mean, if you've got these shelves, they have that lip down at the bottom that you put in, so you can't, stuff doesn't really get.
Like these right here, they're mounted to the wall, so I got like a gap like that. So anything falls,
Yeah.
it hits the carpet and goes bling right underneath of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Stars sale is such a great figure. $20. It's much better. Kid Buu is another good figure. With SH Figure Arts, I don't think at the time they may have made one now, but at the time they never even made a Kid Buu. Actually got the Dragon Thirst Kid Buu up there.
yeah, that I got the Frieza, and I do have the perfect cell too. I just picked them up on a whim the other day when I picked up that figure for you, and like,
I did get that in skin. Forgot to mention that.
okay, yeah, it said it got delivered, so I assumed you had it, but
Yeah, it's in the. I went outside. I was going to work the other day, and it's sitting at the step. So I just opened my truck door, sit in the truck, and got the other vehicle and went to work.
sweet.
Which,
Alpha says, I see Hasbro releasing a Maximum Captain America that has all the heads, accessories, but reuse the Secret Wars body, maybe utility belt, shield straps, first appearance mask, and shield.
all their A-list characters, like MCU based, like really popular characters, will more than likely get a maximum line release.
Yep.
They're hinting that the Hulk's going to be the next maximum. What I've heard.
Hulk is next. At least many rumors have been reporting that, including that missile really basically said that, yeah, Hulk is
I want a Smart Hulk. The Professors merged, whatever you call it from the 90s. I always call them the merged Hulk or Professor Hulk. A lot of people call him Smart Hulk. But SDA in the house, dropping in a family.
I don't have friends. I got family.
And there's a question. As popular as those movies are, How do we not have an action figures of Fast and Furious characters?
Yeah, it's weird that someone hasn't done them at this
It,
point.
they have become the Avengers. They have like superpowers now.
I don't know because nobody.
I know.
I mean, they'll make the cars, but they won't make figures.
Yeah, but
If I could get a 6-inch Vin Diesel, I would be stoked.
I did hear a cool fan theory the other day about that, with like why they get these movies like start getting so fantastical. Like
I saw something. There was like a video. Somebody posted a video.
after in the first movie, when at the end of the movie when Dom flips the charger, this entire time he's been in a coma. This has all been a dream.
I mean, that could work. I mean, this really is the only Vin Diesel figure we've gotten officially, and it's from McFarlane himself. Bloodshot.
And he never looked like that in the movie.
No, he never did. What I thought, because if you look from the neck down, it's all based on comic book look, like Bloodshot.
Oh yeah, from the bot.
I think what he was going to do was Todd was going to do the comic book, but when he found Vin Diesel was going to be in it, he said I had to sculpt a Vin Diesel head, so he put Vin Diesel's head on the comic body, which I mean is a cool look. I'm disappointed that Vin did not dress up like this though. And this came out
before the thing like when he was like the nanites would glow in his chest. You get the glow in the red. And
yeah.
His skin would be kind of a little ashy while he's regenerating.
Mm-hmm. I really wish he looked like this in the end of the movie instead of that weird like full black sports coat or whatever he wore in the end, that full black. And they were teasing.
Well, Vin Diesel's going to be Vin Diesel in a movie.
Well, they were teasing for a sequel too, but
when that movie came out, it was right when COVID happened.
Yeah,
that was actually the last movie I saw in the theater before everything went locked down. My brother-in-law, he was visiting, and we went to go to the movies, and that was what was playing. We watched it.
It wasn't bad. I've seen movies that are.
It's not a bad movie.
No, it's a very formulaic point A to point B film that we've seen many times over, but it's not bad.
Oh no, it was kind of cool though. I wouldn't call it formulaic because they did do like. That's what I'm saying. They did like a little twist where it took a while to figure out none of his memories were real. They were like,
yeah.
We still don't know. At the end of the movie, you really still don't know what memories are really his.
Yes. That's why I kind of wish we got a sequel.
That movie was basically like a new style of the Universal Soldier movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It kind of reminded me, did anyone watch Hardcore Henry when it came out? First person. It kind of gave me that similar, like the similar storyline with the memories.
Yeah. No, I didn't realize that. They were Riddick figures by Soda Toys, which another property would be good to like have better figures too. Riddick.
Mm-hmm. I do wish at this time when Todd was doing alternate hands, he included him with this Bloodshot, because I would like that fisted hands with this figure instead of just 2 trigger finger hands. But it's still cool.
Well, it took a long time for Todd to even start.
I know.
He wants to sell variants. They were more likely was going to do like a regular skin tone variant to that, but it never got released.
Because the
JB, you're getting shot at.
Yep.
Because the movie didn't do so well, so he's like, it's just a one and done.
Well, it's not really the fault of the movie not doing well. It's like I just said, that was when everything was locking down.
True.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he could always reissue this if he wanted to, or do other variants.
Well, his license expired too, though.
Yeah.
He may not be able to do now.
Yeah. But it's like one of those unique pieces I have in my collection is this. So.
Oh. But with Todd not being able to make more stuff, more DC stuff.
No. Anyway.
Yep. Exactly. Come on, man. This is really good news, though.
Oh, absolutely. People are like, I can't get over how many people are bummed about this. It's like,
this is fucking great news.
I feel like
this plays into, and by the way, this plays into all the stuff that we've been talking about for a solid 2 years now at this point. Just as far as like all the mistakes Todd's been making, and the scale thing is obviously that's been a big issue from the very beginning for a lot of people. Is wanting to get back to.
I've even seen people like bitching about going, "Oh, I don't want to buy 6-inch figures now." Marvel Legends is like the benchmark of like.
Fuck, were you buying before McFarlane? Like,
yeah,
everything. 90% of the market is 6-inch when it comes to anything.
I got a shelf of Superman figures. They're all like DCUC 6.5-inch figures.
Yeah.
Here's a good comment from somebody. Toy Shiz posted the pic about yesterday on Instagram, and here was one comment. Someone put, "No, did everyone forget how bad Mattel DC Multiverse figures were? McFarlane has been killing it." Here's a response. Yes, they literally killed it. They killed people's enthusiasm, and Mattel has made major advancements since then. You can't really think they'll make figures the exact same way like they used to.
Emotional, damn it!
Yep. that was the reply.
Yeah. Well, what hurt DCU's Mattel's DC Multiverse line was they broke ties with 4 Horsemen. They started sculpting their own stuff, and it wasn't great. They were trying to do everything in house, and I don't want to fault their sculptors stuff. That could have been like budget issue stuff. They were doing some bad sculpts and bad paint apps at the end. I'm not talking about DCUC stuff. That's 4 Horsemen. That's all 4 Horsemen stuff. That's why the sculpts are nice, crisp, sharp stuff. I describe the later stuff when Mattel started doing everything in house. You'd like make a wax buck. It almost looks like you sculpted this really nice looking figure out of wax, and it got hot, and the details just got soft.
Yeah.
It's kind of shame that it went that way, because they were the same company that was doing these really nice WWE figures with great articulation, good sculpting, great face. Like they were doing digital scans even in the early days of getting people's faces right, and but Mattel wouldn't put budget in the DC line. That's one reason why they lost the license too. DC kind of got frustrated with them because they were kind of phoning it in. They weren't putting out much DC product, so Mattel kind of shot themselves in the foot originally about it.
You know what this means? To Jen's point, what this means is we're going to get DC Motu crossover figures.
Oh, absolutely. But Funko did that.
Yeah, what was that? Savage Land? What the hell was that? I can't remember what that was called, but yeah.
They had even did like a Classic Grade School type thing with them too, and
yeah,
we'll definitely get we're getting Thundercat crossover figures. We'll get the DC crossover figures too.
Yeah,
yeah. Here, I want to read one more comment.
Which if you think about too, who owns the Thundercats?
Whoever pays the most.
WB.
Oh, that yeah.
No, it's a DC property, which is surprising. With Todd, I wonder if he's going to be able to keep the Mortal Kombat, because who owns Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, Warner Bros.
Warner Bros.
So, is he going to?
Todd's going to be able to do Spawn, and that's about it. It seems like.
Well, he's getting the other properties.
The Turtles.
Yeah, he's been trying to get he's been anime properties. He's got Bleach and the Demon Slayer, but I'm not buying anime figures from Todd because all this shit's the same size.
Yeah.
Like when he did the 7 Deadly Sins, Meliodas was damn near the size of damn Escanor.
Yeah. So I got 2 more comments I want to put. Someone put, McFarlane were great for a long time, but in my opinion, after a while, the quality went downhill, and he kept reissuing the same figure 3 or 4 times, just different color, or he'll Jokerize it. And then somebody replied, early on, yes, but early on when they were using unique sculpts, they were great, but then they started reusing the same 3 bodies over again with just paint applications and no sculptural changes.
Yep.
Okay, so as a Superman fan, it's the opposite to me. Early on, he was just using the same sculpts over and over again for Superman, namely that awful Bizarro body. And he started doing a little bit better with the Superman figures. But
well, the problem is too, I made a point. I had somebody comment down below saying in one of my videos saying that Mattel is awful and that McFarlane's better. And I said, here's the issue. I can give you a perfect example of a wave that did not scale with each other at all. Look at the Justice League Task Force wave that came out late last year. That Superman was way too tall than Batman, Aquaman, and Flash. And Flash was a bit shorter than Batman and Aquaman. So they all don't even scale with each other. So that throws off the scaling right there. It's what made me the
bets on whether or not, in any way, shape, or form, James Gunn had anything to do with this.
People are assuming that James Gunn had reason.
He's over everything DC, video games, all the he's supposed to be getting approval on all DC licensed products. So
I can see James Gunn
with this, but
Todd does like to flood the market with just nothing but Batman, and maybe that is like, well, you need to make stuff for promoting all our stuff.
Yeah.
I could see James Gunn being like, "Hey, the Marvel stuff's 6.5-inch scale. If the DC, I want the DC stuff to scale well, so that the people who buy that will buy this."
Yeah.
Well, that's why I never got. I cherry picked a few McFarlane figures, but I was never going to collect the entire line because it's 7-inch scale. His stuff's don't even scale with each other. He doesn't have any sense of scale one way or another between his entire line. But with King Collector here, he's talking about slipping the void with select with great figures with limit scope. He's already doing that. The Movie Maniac figures are basically statues.
Yep.
The video game one where people were excited to get the license he got, he's doing nothing but statues. He's calling them actual pre-posed action figures. What he calls them. It's called a freaking statue.
There's no action. It's not an action figure. And Matt, I thought you might like this. This is my latest 3 3/4-inch pickup.
Nice.
Commander Doom.
Yeah.
I forgot he was even in the Clone Wars series. I was just like, oh, that looks like Dr. Doom in Clone Trooper form. So
something along those it's like Todd's known for how detailed the sculpt, but no articulation.
Well, he was, but not anymore, really, because he wiped that away with his DC line. I was looking at a bunch of the shop I went to today has like a couple of shelves of a bunch of like late 90s, early 2000s McFarlane stuff. And that shit was gorgeous. Now, articulation was dog shit on all of them, but the figures were beautiful. Like, they would look great on the shelf. It was a bunch of different stuff that he had posted up from, all different, lots of image stuff and everything else, but just beautiful stuff. If you're okay without the articulation. Now, I mean,
it took us 3 years.
Not even good looking anymore.
It took us like 3 years to just get a basic Hal Jordan.
To get a basic Hal Jordan, to get a classic Wonder Woman, to get a classic Flash.
Every Green Lantern he released has got this weird ass textured suit,
like armored, like super texture and everything.
He was. I think that would probably hurt him too, because he was changing the official designs. I don't think without permission. So
I'll tell you the one figure.
He's making his own versions of the characters. He's not pulling for any reference. There's no comic book where the Green Lanterns are wearing those high-tech looking suits.
I'll tell you the one figure he got right out of all of them. Plastic Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, the best figure that McFarlane had was the Cassandra Cain Batgirl. She could pose decently well. She had articulation. I mean, it's mostly black, but the paint that was on there was good. And it just seems ironic that the female figures that he doesn't like to make, the best one he made was that female Cassandra Cain.
Well, it's, like with King Collector's Inn, like both the Sheath Brawn and the Zagor 2-pack. It's got limited articulation, looked great on the shelf.
Yeah,
$21.
I mean, honestly, if he would just go, I mean, I'm not an articulation whore. Okay, that's why I still don't mind buying stuff like this. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just because they're good-looking figures, and as long as they're in scale with the stuff that's on my shelf. I don't need every figure, if it's not Spider-Man or something, to be in some crazy pose. So I don't mind. And if he went back to doing that and putting the level of detail and paint that he did into those, late 90s, 2000s figures with just, minor articulation, whatever, I'd be fine with it. And as long as it fits in with my collection and I can put it on the shelf and it doesn't look too big or too small or whatever.
Well, we know what JB is. He's an ass man.
Yeah, the Wonder Bud. I think Todd got it. I liked the first body Todd did for Superman, the Hatchcounts 1000. I just don't like the detail on the suit. Like, if it was like clean cut, it was no texture, no cuffs on the gauntlet, and it was double jointed elbows and all that, and with better alternate hands, this Superman would be an absolute winner. Which this is still my favorite Superman out of all the ones he's done. This one's my favorite.
The best Supermans he did were the electric red and blue from the JLA wave.
And he made the red one a chase figure. It's impossible to get. Which, much as he likes to damn do reissues, that was a incredibly bad missed opportunity for him to do a red and blue Superman 2-pack. It's like, that seemed like a no-brainer.
Yeah. You know what's funny about all the stuff? Since I've moved here, I've got a toy shop here, and obviously there's some collectors in this area, but not a lot. Dude, every time I go to Walmart, they have Chase Gold Platinum variants of McFarlane stuff. Every time. The new Guy Gardner, the new Power Girl, and nobody buys them. Nobody's touching that stuff. If I was still collecting that, I'd be excited. Sucks.
I mean, you could always get the Guy Gardner and change his head, though, Matt.
I don't want 7-inch scale. I got rid of all my 7-inch scale stuff when I moved. I am not picking up anything 7-inch scale.
Anyway, toy news.
What? Did we do that?
No, we don't do that. Now, see, I would like this. Some Wildcats, Youngblood, stuff like that. The problem is, and we've talked about this before, is because all those licenses are owned by a bunch of different people.
And a lot of those guys hate Todd now.
Yeah. Like Youngbloods is, who is it? I forget who Youngblood, the guy we've talked about him before, and I don't remember his name.
Liefeld?
No, Youngblood isn't Liefeld anymore, right?
Yeah, Liefeld no longer owns it, but the former president of Malibu Comics owns it now.
Yeah,
his new company.
Like Wildcats, didn't Jim Lee sell Wildcats to DC?
I don't know if he sold them to DC or he's got them licensed out to DC since he's basically the head honcho at DC right now.
Yeah.
I know.
Because everything is, I think Darkness is still owned by what's his face, the artist. Why am I blanking on his name? What's the artist for the Darkness?
I'll be right back.
God damn it, I can't remember his name. I'm blanking. Anyway,
I know Grifter's DC now.
Grifter's DC.
That was another good, actually decent figure that McFarlane had. Was the Grifter was pretty good. I mean, he didn't come with any guns or anything like he should have, but
Thank you,
That's
SDA.
impossible.
Silvestri. Silvestri did Darkness. I think Silvestri, or yeah, I think Silvestri still owns. Wait, is Silvestri the one that died? No, Silvestri's still alive, right? Mark Silvestri, he's still alive? One of the Image guys passed away, or was that Portasio that passed away? Somebody in that original Image 7 has passed away. Whoever that is, I don't remember. I don't know what would happen to anything that they still had ownership of, but yeah, I can't remember. Wait, wasn't Darkness same one that was? God damn it, I'm blanking on everything. Wasn't Darkness created by the same creator who did Witchblade? Was that Silvestri?
I don't think so.
I don't remember if that was. I thought so. It's been so long since I've read these.
You said
I haven't read
somebody,
any of
did
these
you say
since
somebody
the
from Image Comics? Image Comics is who you said?
Yeah, I thought Darkness and Witchblade were the same creator. And was that Silvestri that created those? Or was that somebody else? I can't remember anymore. Yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. Point being, the point is that with Image Comics, all those characters, all those teams were all created and are all owned by different people. So, and we've talked about this a bunch. It would be awesome to get Image action figures, but there's no way to get Image action figures unless you get a whole bunch of different people and companies who own all this stuff to all agree to go to the same company and all sign over licensing rights for their characters, which is why it's never happened, because Image was, the way it was based, it was not Marvel, it wasn't DC, it was a bunch of individually owned properties that have, been sold off and all kinds of stuff. So it just makes, as much as I would love to see a line of like 6-inch Marvel Legends-esque figures pumping out, Young Bloods and Wildcats and Wetworks and Pit and all these things, it's just probably never going to happen.
That's the problem here. Todd would have to talk to his old pals, because the problem is a lot of his old pals don't like him.
Yeah.
But one of the big things I liked seeing here was this. We're getting new mass figures. Their loyal subjects is making these, and they look fantastic.
Yep.
And I don't want to see your face. I want to see the toys. There we go. There you go.
Ah, back to the face. That's not the head I wanted.
Rolling Thunder, man. It's like a
Dude, I can't believe that. Of course they needed to do Rolling Thunder, but I'm surprised that they were like, you know what, fuck it, let's just go all in. Let's do Rolling Thunder first wave.
Matt Trekker's Camaro. That's a must. I've seen a lot of people that bought that very expensive Ramen Toys unofficial licensed one is probably kind of kicking themselves now, since you can buy actual licensed products now.
Yeah.
But Ramen shot themselves in the foot, I think, too, with making this stuff before getting talking to the license holder. It put them on a bad list.
Yeah,
you're not going to get licensing deals after making stuff illegally. So that's why a lot of the subjects got it. Plus, these are going to retail.
Yep. Something wrong. It's the original. Was the original 3-inch scale? They're
actually 1/25th scale or something like that. Actually, like model car size.
Yeah, it's whatever that original scale was.
Yeah, these are meant to be like model car size, 1/24 to 1/25 scale. Well, they still can't. They had cease and desist letters from Hasbro sent to them. That's why they had changed the packaging on their not Matt Tracker car. They made a packaging look just like the mask boxes. So they got cease and desist sent to them, and they had a changed look of the car. One of the reissues. But technically it's not legal there. That's why they changed the names. They don't call them Matt. With Transformers is more like a gray area where they're fully engineered figures. Unless you're actually copying a Hasbro product and just reproducing it, they normally leave those alone. But if this is like clearly you're seeing the mass properties like vehicles.
Yep.
But these are officially licensed vehicles. They're brand new. I never got them as a kid because I never really did see them. But if these are priced right, I think I'm gonna be collecting these things. I always thought they were cool, but I didn't want to track down. To me, I always thought it was like you pain in the ass try to track these down on the secondary marketplace. Look, they're going to have more effects. They got flame effects for the exhaust, and
that he can't.
The originals didn't have that. He can't figure out how to put it on. What's ridiculous? I saw somebody post like, "Well, I'm glad they're doing it. If Hasbro did these, they wouldn't still have the Transformer gimmick." What? Hasbro was doing this because, hey, we're getting money from a property we own. They're getting licensed out and they're being made. We don't have to produce them. This is all part of a cost-cutting thing. They're glad to have license their stuff out.
Yeah, I gotta bounce. I'll try and get back on, but I don't know if I will.
All right, sis. Have a good one, sir.
All right. See ya.
But yeah, I'm digging these. I'm more than likely going to get these. You can go to Walmart, Target, go pick these up. That's who got the license. People like online only type thing trying to get a license. That's not going to happen too. They want this they're going to license their stuff out. They want it like as much shelf space selling because that's part of the license deal. And so, yeah, when some goofballs said these wouldn't transform if they were from Hasbro, like, their entire shtick is transforming robots. That's their biggest property. They would have made transforming vehicles. But they inherited this line. This is not a original Hasbro line. They got this from when they bought Kenner. This was the Kenner line that they incorporated when they purchased Kenner. So I'm cool with it. Which I think Ron makes nice toys, but if they're going to like try to chase getting official license stuff, they need to go about the right way. Don't start selling your stuff before you hear from the license holder. They make a quality product. Those replacement heads for the Mattel Masterverse He-Man, like the movie He-Man, those original Mattel heads were just trashed. And the Ramen Toys heads were great. The Charger's a good vehicle. The not Charger, the Ramen Racer. I tried to they said they didn't sell that many of the orange ones. Like, well, it's not the Field of Dreams. You need to market your stuff. I never got a response to them. I told them, like, hey, if you want to sell this orange Charger, contact Cooter's Garage and Rob Schneider's store. They will buy a shit ton of them. And I never heard a response back from them. Because they need that product, because companies are not making it. They have to like special order the stuff and then have to like custom stuff made for them. So if they would just did the legwork.
Alright.
But let's see.
What up?
Trying to see if there was anything.
Mask was the biggest like reveal. We're going to have a lot more stuff tomorrow. Like this weekend's. Right, they're not KO. They're third party. People mistake like third party stuff with KO. There's a difference between KO and third party. KO is when you're basically just taking the original mold and reproducing it, and not putting it out there. KO's of the third party stuff, these are all original. That's what their ramen stuff is. It is. They make a nice product, but they got to quit making other people's IP stuff and selling it, then try to go to the IP holder. Hey, can I get a license for this? They're not going to look kindly to you using their IP product, then trying to ask for a license to make said product. You can't. This is not one of those instances where you ask for forgiveness. It's going to put you on a list of companies not to deal with by the license holder. We got the anniversary of 45th anniversary of Mobile Suit Gundam. Tamashii Nation Stores New York still doing promotion on. Not really much to show. The share screen. Full black and white Gundam. That's the OG Gundam. I do like that black and white Gundam. That's a more simplified one, but that's nice. And well, speaking of McFarlane earlier, they're getting reuse of the Kong figure, making Titano. A few new parts to it. These see, we've got the slashes from what Godzilla gives to Kong on the chest. So it's obvious it's Kong. That's a Kong body. But the Kong figure has hardly any articulation, so that has hardly any articulation. They're reusing the Wally West body to make a Barry Allen, but it's in Wally West colors. It's McFarlane. He screws shit up. The really slim body is like replicating a certain comic book cover. It just don't, and that bigger head just don't work with Barry Allen.
Nope.
The only reason if I saw that on sale, I would probably buy it just to swap the bodies.
Oh, it'll be at Books a Million. I've already seen the Batman and King Kong 2-pack at Books a Millions. So.
No, I'm talking about. I want clearance.
Oh, I know. I was just telling you that's where I'm seeing the 2-packs at is Books a Million. Is my local Books a Million. I've been seeing the 2-packs there. And usually they do go on sale. If they don't sell in a few months, they'll go on sale. So.
SH Figure Arts is doing a Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Kid Goku for Dragon Ball Diamond.
Looks really good, but it's very small. But then again, it's kid size, so
hopefully they'll do like adult Super Saiyan 4, because at the end of the last episode, as an adult he transforms into Super Saiyan 4.
Yeah,
and I actually like this version of Super Saiyan 4 better than the Dragon Ball GT one, because this one makes sense. It's just his body changing, and GT, his clothes change.
Yeah.
So he just takes his shirt off. Those are his regular orange gi pants.
Mm-hmm. But we'll get one of him in his adult form for sure. You got a Goku. Dragon Star's already have released their version of a Kid Goku, mini Goku, not Super Saiyan 4, but regular base form.
The thing people were complaining about, kind of nitpicking, the fur don't go all the way down to his wrists.
Yeah.
And the hair's not black.
Everybody wanted it to be like GT's version. That's what everybody's used to, but I don't mind a change. I mean, this is what a lot of fan concept was when they said Super Saiyan 4 and Dragon Ball Z. This is what it would look like, or Super. So, I mean, it's pretty accurate.
All right, we are getting a new Club Grayskull from Mattel Creations, and it's live. It's $10 a year. You will be getting unique items, priority windows, or you get for general public. You get like first access. It's kind of like what you're buying your Hasbro Pulse membership, but instead of being $50, it's only $10.
Yeah, that King Grayskull figure from Mattel Creations goes for a lot of money. And the set too.
What?
The Mattel Creations, right?
Right.
Yeah, I was talking about He-Man stuff is what I was talking about with Mattel Creations. My bad.
Well, I was talking about Club Grayskull.
Yeah.
Didn't you talk about King Grayskull? It's like I was like,
yeah, what? The King Grayskull Mattel Creations exclusive figure. I was saying how that goes so much money.
The one that came with the Eternia playset.
Yes, that's what I was talking about when you said Club Grayskull and everything. That's what I got. My bad. I didn't get enough sleep this morning, so.
But it's to me, it sounds like this is a lot better value than buying a Hasbro Pulse membership.
True.
Speaking, let's see. Got the mask vehicles we were looking at. This all looks great. I'm digging. I've always wanted the rig. Now get a nice one, brand new. The two I'm going to start with, I'll get the Thunder Machine and I'll get the Camaro. If I get the other ones, if I just had those two, I'd be happy. Those look great. Hopefully they make the 57 Chevy. I like that one too. Talk about the license change. Now for G.I. Joe news, the SDC set this year is this. The Dreadnoks as Cold Slither. This is an easy pass for me. I don't give a crap about this. At least they sculpted new parts, new bodies for them. They're not. I'm not saying they're not well done. It's classified they do good stuff. But I don't give a crap about this, which I'm fine with. People want this, great. I get to save money this year. I don't really give a crap about Cold Slither. Or whatever how they sing their song.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all this is like. I get to save money this year. Yay! Of course, maybe not the HasLab though. I was thinking like I'm out on HasLabs. They're talking about doing their vehicle. I think the Thunder Machine or something what they call it. So that is tempting. We got McFarlane showed off their new Mortal Kombat figures. We've seen before. We got
Sub-Zero,
Scorpion, classic looks, which stuff he's long overdue. He should have done. These are all classic, original looks. So
I said it's funny. McFarlane's losing the DC license, so here he is immediately going to Mortal Kombat when he's had the license for so long.
Yep.
And never did anything with it. Now that he's losing the DC license to Mattel, he's now trying to pump out figures from his other lines that he had.
Which, he could be losing these too, because Warner Brothers right there.
I mean, this is what we wanted when he did Mortal Kombat. I mean, I get it. He did the video game Mortal Kombat 11. When that game came out, he did figures for that. But he did the same like he did for DC, where he just released the recolors and didn't make all the characters that was on that roster.
Yeah. Hopefully he needs to do like these toy companies need to start following Jay Toys' footsteps. Give us an entire roster.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, I like the idea of the swappable hairpiece for Melina. You want her to have her creature face, or you want her to have her face covered. I mean, that's a nice idea right there.
Yeah.
The Sub-Zero one, nice as well with alternate mask effect. That's really cool.
Looks
I mean,
like.
I'll probably.
Well, I see one problem here. I'm thinking that's going to happen.
Yeah.
That's going to be a 2-pack.
Is it? Yeah.
Yep.
A
If you want
multi-pack,
a Sub-Zero with Ice powers, you got to buy the 2-pack.
And Molina, yeah. I mean,
and
it's
if you want a standard Sub-Zero, you got to buy standalone. Or are these going to be 2-packs? Or are they going to be standalone figures?
it says just action figures in plural, so they'll probably be separate figures.
Oh,
Because that says multi-packs.
Okay, yeah, it says deluxe.
Yeah, that says multi-packs. The other one's just action figures. So,
okay, got you.
but look, it should have been, if you go back, it should have been Katana with Melina, and then for Katana's spot, it should have been Sonya Blade, in my opinion.
It's Todd. He's not going to do a 2-pack.
I know, but Katana Melina would at least make the most sense. And Sub-Zero, I mean, he doesn't come with anything but alternate hands. They could have given him at least some of the freeze effects, like at least the blast one to get to the main.
And the skull head for a scorpion and the flames.
Yeah, could have done that, but it would have made more sense to do Katana and Melina together in the 2-pack.
Yep.
And then you give some of these effects to the Sub-Zero figure, an alternate head or whatever.
And King Collector, there's no information on pre-orders yet. This is a preview for Toy Fair tomorrow, so we'll probably get pre-order dates soon.
It'll probably by Sunday by the time we get pre-orders, maybe. Probably sometime.
Well, information pre-orders, out to pre-orders.
Yeah. But this right here, how many companies are doing TMNT? We got Super 7.
Super 7, NECA,
Mattel.
Playmates, Mattel, Loyal Subjects, NECA.
So that's 6. And now you got McFarlane doing them. So that makes 7. Turtle. That makes 7 companies doing.
And import figures. Those new 12-inch figures, those are officially licensed.
Yes. So we got 8 companies doing Turtles.
Oh, and Joy Toys.
Yeah, 9. 9. Yeah, there was one missing. So
I'm
9.
going to run out of figures. I'm going to have to get my toes out in a minute.
Yeah. 9 companies are doing the Turtles. I guarantee you, with all the Turtle stuff coming out, this is going to make people feel Turtle fatigue. I mean, I like the comics. I don't really care for much of these designs. I know they're based on a comic. I get it. But I don't care much for them.
Oh, I agree with you, Frodo. That's better than paying $100 figure. That's why I never collected Storm Collectibles figures. Like they were way overpriced for what you're getting. Mm-hmm. That's why I'm liking the Arena Fix stuff they're doing. The Arena's figures are priced at current retail figures. The Baki figures, $24.99. The Street Fighter figures are $26.99. So it puts you right there at the jaded price point. Pretty much with the, you got the Jada's got their deluxe figures, which are twice the size of a regular figure. We were talking about like the going in here. Oh, the JS Toys. They got like a paint sample of the prototype villains from RoboCop, and these are looking great. These are going to scale with the NECA RoboCop figure. So, depending on the price, I'll probably at least get Clarence Bonniger. Clarence Bonniger, you're coming with me, dead or alive.
They look really good.
Yeah. I dig them. The paint detail on that face is really well done. And being a third party like this, not third party like this, these are licensed figures, but being a smaller company, he's got a lit cigarette.
Hey, I'm going to leave and come back. My entire screen is completely pitch black. I can't see nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, so I'll be right back.
Okay. I'm all by myself. I'm all alone. I want to see the share in comparison of the The show, no, I was trying to find a picture of Sagat. He's like, well, twice the height of a Ryu. So that, yeah, I agree with this. This is a $20 a piece. You want the classic Street Fighter figures? These are great. And if he could finish out the line and finish them out, like Storm Collectibles never finished out any game series. Like I said, I can't emphasize this enough. The companies need to start following JDS Toys model and pump out the entire wave before they start doing something else. Finish a series.
Well, I think they'll agree. Wong, we all agree. We wish these was 6 inches, but it's Todd, so he's going to do 7 inches.
Oh yeah. I don't know what it is about Mortal Kombat. Nobody finishes a Mortal Kombat line. There's a company a few years ago started doing 6-inch figures. I picked up a couple of them, and they made 2 or 3 figures, and they went under or something other. I forget what it was. Yeah, just make them all.
Mortal Kombat's just a curse. It's like any toy company that gets the Mortal Kombat license, they never finish the line. So it's just a curse, basically. It's like Mortal Kombat.
It's not a curse. It's they're freaking stupid. They won't look at what Storm Collectibles did. They jumped between every game. They kept making the same few figures, the characters, and would jump from game to game and making the same characters, different looks from different games. They'd make Sub-Zero from the first. I don't think they made the Sub-Zero and Scorpion from the first game. But they made those 2 figures in every different variations of the game except for the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Same way if they made different versions of Liu Kang. Finish one series before you start jumping around. And if you can't give me it, that's what Hasbro screwed up with Power Rangers. When they start doing Power Rangers, the first wave should have been Mighty Morphin. Not Mighty Morphin, Zeo, or Space Rangers and all mixed together. Do Mighty Morphin, the next series, Ninja Force or whatever, and Zeo and all that stuff. Give us full teams. That's what people get sick and tired. I want my team now. I don't want to wait for 10 years to get my entire team.
Yep.
And
I agree. Yeah, I remember Wong that Mezco did. They did the Mortal Kombat line based on Mortal Kombat 10, Mortal Kombat X. That was them. They did those versions of the characters. They didn't finish that either. They did Quan Chi. They did Raiden, Sub-Zero, Scorpion, X. They did those. Those were the ones they did that Mezco did. They never even finished that lineup either.
We did get some reignition figure stuff from Playmates. For now, they got their licensing Power Rangers from Hasbro now. So Hasbro making them, which we were talking about. Hasbro's fine with doing that. They bought the property out. They mismanaged the property, so they letting somebody else license it out.
Yeah, but here's the problem with Playmates. They do actual kitty toys, so they're just
exactly that's what it is.
They're just reusing.
We don't know if they're going to. They have done some more collector figures in the past, so we may end up getting a collector figure from line from. But the bread and butter is going to be selling this to kids. The problem is though, Hasbro was so damn stupid when they bought the license. They quit importing the Japanese series, and what made the show so popular and run so long, they just kept using the Super Sentai series and just would shoot American scenes and redub it. Oh, Hasbro's like, this idea is like, let's do our own series in America.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, that too.
If it's not broke, don't fix it.
And Playmates, they're just reusing the swappable.
Yeah, they're doing the flip head gimmick. They're not doing like a hind feet. They may end up doing because remember Bandai America made those Legend scale figures which they're not as nice detailed as the Lightning Collection.
No.
They're still decent figures.
Yeah.
So they may end up doing something similar to that. So we're getting a flip head option for the heads. These are basic kitty lines but we haven't seen Zords for a while.
I'll give Playmates this. At least they're doing the whole team of Mighty Morphin at the right
What
off the
we just
bat.
said right off the bat, get them out of the way, do the whole team.
Yeah. So, I mean, they're going to do flip heads again. It's fine. But honestly, it could be better. But then again, remember, Playmates is usually aimed towards actual kids. So it makes sense that they're going to do the flip heads because kids will like that.
Let's see how poorly this Kickstarter is. These other like drama toy channels, like nobody wants HasLabs anymore. Oh darn! They've only got 13,834 backers when they needed 10,000. They're never gonna make it.
Never.
Oh wait a minute.
May as well give up now.
And they got 24 days left. Let's see. They've unlocked the extra bot. The rest of the stuff is just like meh tiers, so the big one is already unlocked. We got some prototype pictures with one of the design team. We got some color pictures of the Missing Link RC, which is cool. It's the fact we were actually going to get a G1 style RC that was never released. This was based on the prototype they never released, but it's actually got articulation. So this was the color scheme on that original prototype, and this is like the cartoon colors. I might have to get that. I know it's not a great looking figure, but it's like a kind of a historical piece. We're getting something that was never released that should have came out 40 years ago. Yeah. Let's see. I think that's all I got right now. So there's some import stuff I haven't looked at, but Matt, did you have anything?
Yeah, sorry, I had to go take care of something. Apologize for cutting out.
You're back now, so.
I got a couple things here and there. Let me get my shit pulled up here. There we go. First up, I just thought this was a cool kit bash.
Oh,
Nice.
that does work.
Yeah, works really well.
Actually, both of them do.
Yeah, both of them. Got the Onslaught repaint, and then that's
Eternals.
Yeah, I can't remember which one it was though. I can't remember. I used this body actually for a Dracula kit bash that I did.
Mm-hmm. Muff Toys looks like they're doing a Dark Vigilantes, Dark Knight, Bruce Wayne, Batman.
Ooh.
Protector of Metropolis. Not Protector of Metropolis. I forget. It's the not Superman they're doing.
Oh yeah.
Right, let me interrupt.
Druig is the guy's name. The one with the robe right there for Eternals, I think. That's how you pronounce it. Druig.
Sure, I'll go with that. Anyway, I saw this one, and this just gave me ideas for like if you wanted to do like a take the McFarlane figures, since they are 6-inch scale, and do like a fucking beefed out RoboCop with your Warhammer stuff.
Yeah, like an upgraded RoboCop.
Yeah, pretty sweet setup.
RoboCop's in hand the gym.
Yeah, no shit.
He's taking Dead or Alive. You're coming with me, literally.
Mm-hmm. And then speaking of something we were talking about earlier here, somebody was actually doing their own DC Motu.
Oh, nice.
Which are pretty cool.
Oh, can I show something real quick?
Yeah.
This is gorgeous for those who are into Masterpiece Transformers, especially Beast Wars. This is a third-party Scorponaut.
Yeah, I saw that.
This is gorgeous piece. Look at that. It looks like it just saw the show.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
This is the official Masterpiece Megatron. It just fits for us, style-wise, perfectly. Both of these are third parties. Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry.
That's all right. I know this one's made. I don't know if this exact one has made an appearance before, but people have done the Franken Castle, kit bashes before. And this one's huh?
I dig that.
Yeah. And this was done on an older figure. You can see it's got the ball joint hips, I believe. It's hard to tell, but I think it's got the ball joint hips.
Which Franken Castle that works?
Yeah.
Oh, I bet he might be using McFarlane legs or something.
Maybe I can't tell what they're using here.
The torso looks like a movie Venom.
They did a good job, man. They did a really good job slapping this guy together. So, looks really good. Then we've got this big disappointment. Did you see this picture?
Oh yeah.
Have you seen the recent picture though with him in the actual outfit for the sword?
I don't care. It doesn't matter. If they come to Earth, it's gonna suck.
Yeah.
So
I know. Has anybody read the file, like the synopsis or whatever for this movie? Like the reason why he's on Earth?
No.
Nope. Minute I found out, I stopped caring.
Yeah.
So this is just that leaked list from months ago now at this point. And the funny thing about the leak list is half the stuff has been announced, so we can be pretty sure that the rest of it's going to be spot on. Like this whole mini comic wave, most of the Spider-Man wave, so anything that was, and there's a bunch of stuff, the like the Warpath X-23 2-pack. So wherever this leak came from, it does appear to be legitimate. So there's still a lot of cool stuff on here. Yeah, Days of Future Past figures coming out. We've got X2 Nightcrawler and Cyclops. Although I'm going to be honest, I don't know how exactly you can get better than, just a standout figure, way, way, way ahead of its time. The original Nightcrawler from X2, holds up to this day. It's a phenomenal figure. So I don't know how you beat that, but hopefully they will. Also getting a Cyclops from X2.
The Charles Xavier works out even better because his legs don't work.
Yeah, I've got a couple of him.
They didn't put ratchets in the hips. They just
you didn't let him flop around. Yeah. So it appears like this is going to be legitimate. The Gamerverse wave, we've seen some of these already. We've got the Deadpool and Wolverine Wave 2 with Cassandra Nova, X-23, Blade, Elektra. Blade, I'm very excited about.
Absolutely.
Human Torch, Mr. Paradox, Juggernaut. We got another Fantastic Four wave. Of course, that's going to be from the movie, so we knew that was a given. Anything movie related is obviously going to be a big deal. So we've got the Thunderbolts wave down here, so anything movie related is, of course, going to be.
And if you want the Thunderbolts early, just go to your Ollies, and you can get most of those already there.
Yeah, half of them were already put out. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man wave. We got.
If it's based on that TV series, that's going to bomb.
It is based on that new TV series.
No, the one we've all known was coming, which is the Tobey Maguire black suit Spider-Man. It's just a repaint, so that's not a big deal. This whole comic wave here, we knew that's already been released. Dark Avengers Spider-Man, interested in that one.
That would be Matt Gargan and his Venom suit.
Yeah. Getting new Daredevil and Punisher from Born Again, pretty cool. We've got Werewolf by Night, which another werewolf figure. It could go very wrong, but I'm excited.
Well, it's based on the Disney Plus series, so
yeah. But if it's still a good figure, I'm cool with it. So Another Spider-Man wave. So cool stuff here. Half this list's already been announced.
Go back to when your deluxe Ultimate figures. That's the Maximum line now. So we got the Incredible
Hulk. Yeah.
What is that? It's the car Iron Man.
See, the Marvel vs. Capcom line got my attention.
That's probably from a What If series.
You know what? The Marvel vs. Capcom line's got my attention. Deluxe Juggernaut, Captain America, and Venom 2-pack. I'm looking forward to those.
I actually hope that with the Juggernaut, they follow what the KO companies did.
Maybe.
And give us a Juggernaut on the 80th Hulk body.
Now, this one, when he posted the picture, it's covered up, so I don't remember what this says, but Iron Man wave, that is clearly the Mandarin, and then Punisher something.
Zoom in on it.
For the W, so I don't know if that's supposed to be War Machine Punisher, like maybe a comic War Machine Punisher instead.
Oh, it might be the blue suit from the animated Punisher.
Maybe.
Like from Spider-Man the animated series.
Oh, freaking U.S. Agent B, the
Freedom Force,
the Freak Force,
Force Works. Sorry,
Force Works. Yeah, Force Works. That's what that toy was based on. Is the Force Works look. If this is going to be based on like the old Iron Man toy series,
yep,
I'm pretty sure that's a Force Works look.
Matt, I hate to break to you, you're going to be more disappointed with that Masters movie.
The minute I saw those pictures, I was like, I don't care.
Here's the synopsis. The film will follow a 10-year-old Prince Adam who crashed to Earth in a spaceship and was separated from his magical power sword, which is the only link to his home on Eternia. After tracking it down for almost 2 decades later, Prince Adam is whisked back across space to defend his home planet against the evil forces of Skeletor.
So he's like, now he's been raised as a normal dude on Earth, and he goes back to Eternia.
Basically.
Yeah. Okay,
he'll go back to Eternia near the end of the movie.
Screw this movie. I don't care. I don't care.
They're never going to learn. See, here's the excuse. They'll be like, well, we want to do Earth, but it'd be like, no, you do Earth because you're cheap. You want to be cheap. You don't want to put a budget into it, and you don't want to spend much money on Eternia.
You're probably going to save Eternia for like the 3rd act.
Yeah.
And no, I'm sorry. No, I don't care.
There's going to be a human female love interest on Earth.
Yeah.
He's going to have to leave her to.
Unless the trailer drops and it just looks like, oh my God, maybe this is good. I mean, a good trailer can always change your mind. But at this point, don't care. So,
I mean, hey, the cast isn't bad though. I'll give them that. I mean, they did it pretty good with the cast.
Yeah,
well, it is the Force Works look.
Okay.
So, if they give us a U.S. agent like this, I'll be happy.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, they put him on a bulkier body, like a Hercules style body, Buck, because he was huge in his time period.
Yep.
And he should be bigger. Paul Walker's bigger.
Yep.
Yeah, SDA Eternia will be CGI because a lot of companies want to do CGI these days. Nobody ever does.
Oh, look at Brave New World, like how CGI that movie was when it didn't need to be CGI parts. Everything's green screen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When he's fighting the Red Hulk, that entire scene just looks like ass because it's all CG.
This is
background, everything.
Yeah. This is why I appreciate the 80s and 90s movies, is because at least during that time, they did a lot of practical when needed. Nowadays, almost everything is CGI.
Okay.
Well, CGI can be great. It can look great. It used to look great.
Yep.
But we've gone backwards so much.
I want this Sentry too.
Yeah, that looks great. But yeah, when films and people did practical, it showed you the effort and work they put into the movie, how much they care. With CGI, you could just, computer generate something pretty easily these days, and it don't cost you.
Not easily these days. It's just because they don't hire the best people anymore.
They don't, but with technology how it is today, things are getting a lot easier with technology moving up. compared to was in the 70s and the 80s.
I would assume it'd probably be something like this Punisher in the blue suit.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I mean, that'd be good. That'd be reusing the body right there.
Yeah,
They used
it's
for
going to be a
Punisher.
reuse if it is. But
Yeah.
It'd be great if they use that new buck from the 2-pack.
Oh, they will.
No, we don't know that because Hasbro don't like to use those articulated bucks because they cost more. So we don't know.
But they like. Well, wait. They like to reuse Spider-Man bodies all the time. So what's
Well,
stopping
but no.
them?
They don't reuse Spider-Man bodies all the time. They use that Sunfire mold a lot.
Are you sure? Because they reused the Renew Your Vows body for Daredevil.
One time. That is the only time they've ever reused that. That was a deluxe release, 3-pack.
I know. I'm just.
They don't like to reuse the expensive articulated bodies unless it's a special release and they charge more.
Okay.
That's their MO.
Mm.
Yeah, we don't know about the movie, but just that movie has been in such development hell for so long. It's like it's almost lost interest of ever. And we need to hop off here because Matt's got another show.
Yeah.
And we've gone through everything anyway. We're just kind of finding stuff to talk about right now. So anyway, everybody in the chat, thank you for coming out and hanging out with us tonight. Mr. Geek Fusion, Sip for Life, JB.
Yep.
And we'll catch y'all next time. Oh, we're going to do a geek chat tomorrow night, or?
Yep.
Sweet.
All right, we'll catch y'all tomorrow night on the Geek Fusion channel over that way.
That man's channel is.
Yeah. Have a good one, everyone.
Ninja vanish.